Hi everybody, Kat here. Welcome to my channel. Hope you're all having a good day. Everything I use, all the information comes from the public domain, and I'm using it under the Fair Use and Fair Dealings guidelines. All thoughts and opinions are my own, and this is for entertainment purposes only. I encourage you to do your own research. Ever have an uneasy feeling about something? Something you see or hear just doesn't sound right, doesn't resonate, there's something wrong. Well, I had that feeling recently when I watched the Zoom video with the Queen and the NHS nurses that just aired recently. There was something about it. Hard to put your finger on. We've all seen the Queen. We all know what she looks like. We all know what she sounds like. There was something about it that didn't ring true. Even, just being a video, something about even the shape of her mouth. It seemed too long for me. When she's smiling, she has a big open mouth smile. But this was just in regular speech. I don't know, something about it. It just didn't seem to fit. Sometimes the tone of her voice or the way she pronounced a word, I don't know, it was just odd. And it left me with a really uneasy feeling, just a vague sort of something's not right here, but I can't put my finger on it. And I'm not the only one that noticed this. I talked to a couple other people that had seen the video, and they kind of said the same thing too. Like, yeah, there's something strange about that. And this has been going on for quite some time. I'm not the first person to come up with this. I'm not the first person to notice this or mention this. In fact, could be months, a year ago, I'm not exactly sure. But one YouTuber, Kelt from Kelt Views, who you gotta sign up, follow, she's fabulous. Quite a while ago, she made a comment about an interview that Prince Charles had done, and they showed it. And in her video, she said, I don't know, something's not right, but that's not Charles. So this has been happening for a really long time. Something isn't right. Something is off. And I think something's been going on for quite a long time. When you look at even all the royals, the first time I really noticed something that I thought was quite odd was at the Remembrance Day ceremony that they all attended on the Sunday, Remembrance Sunday. And we had video and pictures of Camilla, Kate, and Sophie on the balcony. Now, I understand the remembrance ceremony is a solemn occasion. Everybody might have been sad that the Queen was feeling poorly and couldn't attend. But the look on those women's faces, I mean, there was something more. There was something more. Sophie looked like she was going to burst into tears at any moment. Kate was choking back tears, and Camilla didn't look a whole lot better. And those are really odd reactions. Solemn ceremony, but yeah, you're not on the verge of tears. The Queen, she's elderly, she's not feeling well. Yeah, it's a concern, but you don't get those kind of looks on people's faces for that kind of a situation. And I mean, these people are trained for years. They know how to act in public. They know when to show emotion, when not to. So it was really odd and really out of place. It was very, very strange. Now I think, really, that something happened at that time and we weren't told. And I think the Palace planners are trying to cover it up. And the way they're doing it is with a deep fake. Now, what is a deep fake? I took my definition from Wikipedia, and it says deep fakes are synthetic media in which a person in an existing image or video is replaced with someone else's likeness. And they've been around for a long time. I think about 2017 was the first time they kind of surfaced. Governments are aware of them and indeed are using that kind of technology, as they say, to determine what might be a deep fake, intelligence, and all of that kind of thing. But, you know, if they're using it to discern something, they could be using it to produce something as well. Now, the process of creating a deep fake is somewhat complicated. There's tons of information online, so yeah, go ahead and do your research. I'll try to explain it kind of how I can here. They meld computer technology and programs. They initially take hundreds of videos or photographs of the subject of the deep fake, and they compile them together so they get kind of a composite of how the face looks in motion when speaking and gestures and that kind of thing. And they can do the same thing with speech patterns. And then, basically, with the help of the computers, AI, artificial intelligence, and another person that, say, is mimicking what the speech is going to be, or what, you know, that kind of a thing, and they take the actor, they meld it with the AI and all the images of the compiled images of the subject, and they kind of put that together, and what you get is an image of the subject speaking, or, you know, moving around, whatever. It's so you get an image of the person. And when it's done over Zoom or a video platform, well, you know, people don't always look exactly the same as they do in real life. So it's kind of an easy one to pass. The Queen's been ill, her looks have changed a little bit, and this kind of thing. So it's, you know, kind of an easy thing to try to get away with. And who's going to question? Who's going to question, oh, is that the Queen? You know, I really don't think so. And now we got to ask ourselves the question, if this is the case, and if the palace is using deep fakes, we got to ask ourselves why. Well, there's several reasons. You know, if the Queen, she's suffering from old age, mobility problems, that kind of thing, she's incapacitated in some way, or if it's something worse indeed, it would cause great concern to the public to see her in a debilitated state, you know? But even more than that, I think it would concern the public to a greater degree if they didn't see her at all. So they gotta put her out there. She's gotta be seen. But if there's something going on and they don't want to show her the way things actually are, this is a great way to do it. Another reason that they might be using deep fakes, just, you know, if the Queen is quite ill, or perhaps things are worse than we imagine. Well, the timing for the palace right now is really bad. They don't want to come out with kind of a dire statement about the Queen's situation right now with the Jubilee coming up. That's coming up very shortly, and there's big celebration plans, days of celebration in Britain, all kinds of hoo-ha. I did hear announced today that some palace reporters are saying that during the Jubilee and all the celebrations, the Queen's not going to be real visible due to perhaps mobility, illness, or other reasons. She's not going to really be out and about in the public eye. They did say what she probably would attend would be the service at Westminster, I think, if they can handle it, getting her there to and there kind of a thing. But yeah, so they've already said, well, she's not going to be real visible. We've also got the situation. The palace is kind of chasing its tail right now. We've got the issues with Andrew that won't go away. That kind of puts a stain on things, and more little scandals keep popping up. Of course, we've got Harry and Meghan, and we've actually got the question of Charles and Camilla. You know, there's a lot of people that love the Queen dearly, and for that they really hold on to the monarchy, but are not so, looking forward to Charles ascending to the throne. I think a little bit of work has to be done there as well. So the palace has some loose ends to tie up before they come out with some kind of a definitive statement on what's going on, if they if they have to. So there's a lot of things going on now. We ask ourselves, that's very well and good if the Queen can't be seen, if they're using deep fakes in the palace, very well and good. But what about the public appearances? She has made a couple. Well, think about it. How many people in their lifetimes, even people living in Britain, have actually met the Queen in person? There's not that many. They could get away with a body double. Everywhere she goes, she's 6 feet away from everyone. You don't get that close to her. And if you've never actually seen her in person, it'd be easy to think what you're seeing was real. I mean, the Queen even has a couple of quips about this herself that she has quoted. She has said in the past many, many times, I have to be seen to be believed. She also recounts one time she was out on an engagement, I'm not sure where, but in the little town, whatever, so she stopped into a shop to pick something up or just to browse or say hello, I'm not sure, and a lady in the shop approached her and says, my gosh, do you ever look like our Queen? And the Queen's reply was, how very refreshing. So it's not beyond them to do something like that. Now, if seeing, is seeing really believing? Or do we have deep fakes in the palace?